Okay, welcome back. We're back to GTNH. How's everybody doing tonight or today, whatever time it is as you're watching, right? I'm kind of all over the place today. Uh, that's usually just what happens when it's a little quiet, but we're back to it. So I have some good news and some not so good news to start us off with. The good news is that our base is not shut down. We're completely okay. The bottom left of the screen, I have the power goggles on. And they do say like how much power I have. So we have 10 to the 16th, or 3 times 10 to the 16th, which is not quite as much as we had before, but if I check the fuel here, Mark IV, we have 61K. So we're slowly building up. And as long as we don't run the DTPF, we're going to build up on power. But of course, we have to power up, and that's the bad news. Hello, Soda Booms. Good morning. 5 in the morning. There's a lot of people from that time zone in like the European time zones or so. I appreciate that. Hello. What was I saying? I think one of the decisions we made last episode, maybe not decisions, but trying to see if we can craft the DTPFs, things like that. I had to cancel the recipe because it's expensive, but I have one of the controllers ready at least. So what I'm thinking at the end of each episode for probably throughout this week and next week is building up enough for another DTPF. Because I think we want to aim for at least 4 of them, because this stuff is really slow. For example, Hypogen is a major bottleneck. If I want to craft like 10,000, for example. Yeah, the Gregtech never really stops, right? Totally get it. Factory must grow. But for example, if I check our Hypogen production, per hour, that's the number we want to look at. It's only 256,000 per hour. Or 275K, same thing. And 6.6 million a day. That's way too slow. So I can't have the DTPF doing this slow. So yes, we're going to have to make more than one, I think. I want to start off with 4, and chances are I'm going to need a lot more. But it's funny because to make more Hypogen, you need Hypogen, right? So that's probably going to be the plan for the next couple of episodes, is at the end of it, make enough for another DTPF to be wall shared at least. Now, where is it going to go? That's a very good question. The cheapest we can do it is to have a 2x2. So like this. So this is going to have to go, or more likely I'm going to be moving the DTPF somewhere else. We have a lot of space over here, so that's probably what's going to happen. But we'll do that off camera because this stuff takes forever. Another thing that I finished off camera is the UHV capacitor. And we already have one. It's just that I'm trying to reach into the UEV capacitor so that this, I think it justifies us having wireless power now. Because that number 1 trillion? That's way more power than my base consumes. So the advice that we got last episode pretty much confirmed that as long as that download limit is higher than what you consume, then you're fine. With just this one UHV capacitor, 10 billion, that's like a third, or probably even like a fourth of what we consume on average. So I can't have this on wireless mode right now. But I can research this. Now, I'm pretty sure the research for this is going to take absolutely forever, though. 1.2 million computation, and I think we do like 2,000 computation or something. So what is that? I don't know, like 10 minutes or something, but I'm not going to do that yet. It kind of brings me to the point of this episode, and that's going to upgrade our quantum computer and make even more of them, and also get to setting up a space elevator. Speaking of which, I did finish the space assembly machine. It's a Module 2 Mark 2. So sometime in the episode, I'm going to be setting this up as well. It's going to help speed things up a lot because optical circuits are very slow, especially these optical compatible memory things. These guys are slow. 4 for every like 30 seconds or 40 seconds or something like that. It takes forever. So getting a Mark II module is going to help us out a bunch, make things faster. But I guess we'll just start off with where we left off yesterday, which is getting more quantum computers going. So last thing I remember was setting them up like this. I'm pretty sure I checked everything here, but I want to double check because I don't remember. Do I trust myself from yesterday? Absolutely not. I barely remember what I ate like 2 hours ago. I'm joking. I ate pizza. It's a pizza kind of night. So people were saying that I pretty much only need to worry about a 64 amp energy hatch, and I think that's what I'm gonna like stick with. And after this, I think I want to copy at least 4 of them for now, because I really don't know how strong this is, but we'll do this. And I believe after this is like set up already. Power loss. Well, that's what power's not connected. So we'll continue with this. Right there, and then nope, mark copy. There we go. Go ahead and copy the border as well. But other than that, pretty slow day today actually. You know, it's just the usual. I spend most of the day, you know, playing Dead Frontier. If you don't know about that game, it's like this MMO that I've been playing for like more than 15 years or something like that. I always come back to that game. You know, in between applying for jobs, the usual. I'm gonna clear the power fail also. Oh, so place blocked 144. I don't even know if I have enough. Let's try it. I will say though that I've been watching. I think I talked about it earlier. Alright, take care, Soda. Breakfast sounds good right now. I don't care what time of day it is. there's always room for breakfast around here. No, but I'm pretty sure I talked about it a couple episodes ago that I started watching Dark on Netflix, and I gotta say it's a real good show. And I just finished season 2. Yeah, I didn't really realize that I was so into like mystery, time travel stuff, sci-fi things. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I just thought I'd bring it up. Do you not have a recipe for this? You probably don't. No, you don't. Okay. But yeah, maybe this year is like the year of becoming culturally literate, because typically I don't really follow too much like movies or things like that. So when people talk about shows or whatnot, I don't really know how to relate to that because I don't really watch too much stuff. My main form of media consumption is YouTube, and I guess you can say Instagram doom scrolling, but movies, not really. Movies and TV shows, not really. Aside from the occasional anime, right? But yeah, I'm gonna make some kind of like, I wouldn't say promise, but like a vow. Literally the same thing, right? But to watch more content like that. Why'd you get stuck? One of these is stuck. Yeah, but I won't give any spoilers to that show. Pretty good show. I recommend it. It's not you. You're in the fluid canner. energy hatch. This one is the 64 amp. That is a blank ass machine. It's right there. Ultimate power transformer is also a blank ass machine. This one's ultimate power transformer. This one. So you shouldn't be getting stuck, and I don't know why you're getting stuck. Oh, not sure, but that should be the second computer finished. Yeah, again, I'm not really sure how much I should do, so I'm gonna go with 3 or 4. That's kind of like where I start off with. If I don't know too much, having 4 and then multiplying it by 2 or 4, whatever, it's usually a good place to go. And then mark paste to go ahead and continue here. And I think what I'll do is plan all manual and make 2 plans. And the stuff finished kind of fast. I think it's because we have a lot of circuits in store already. No, we don't, but circuits don't really take that long to craft. But aside from that, I do want to take a look at the space assembler. I think I'll just put it over here, I guess. Oh, I had the mining module as well, I forgot. But I will not set that up just yet, because that one is the one that does the computation. So another thing I have to spend the time on, and I really don't want to, I'm kind of dreading it, is fixing our bulk storage and the ore muncher situation. So I'm not too sure how this is gonna look. If I'm gonna keep the same setup or just like do something about it, I'm not too sure. Because I don't think having, what is this, 8 ore munchers is not gonna be enough. I don't think so. And especially with the Mark III space miner, this guy is going to consume or produce so much ores. Put it right there. Don't know if that's complete though. That sounds like a good breakfast, actually. So speaking of coffee, let me drink water, actually. So speaking of coffee, I've recently become a big fan of French presses. I don't know if I talked about it. And that's the thing with streaming more often. I don't know what I talk about. So just in case, as a disclaimer, I just say I probably talked about it. But I've recently become such a big fan of French presses. I've never used them before, but then my dad got one for Christmas, and I kind of took it off of him. He let me take it. It's okay. I didn't steal it. He told me go for it because he didn't know how to use it either. Because this is just not our jam. We're not really familiar with something like that. But yeah, as soon as I tried using a French press, I learned how to use it. It isn't even that complicated. I thought it was annoying, but no, it's really simple, and it makes really good coffee. Of course, it also depends on what kind of like ground stuff you use and what else you put on it, right? But I learned to really like French presses, and the best thing about it is that it's easy to clean. Because I know I've had issues before with like trying to maintain like those big what do you call them, the coffee machines, those big things. Those are kind of a nightmare to clean, and I'm very lazy. You probably have noticed by now from the playthrough. I can get a little. I'll put it off. No, but French presses, you just rinse, and that's pretty much it. So good. Hey, killer, by the way. Yeah. I gotta say though, speaking of not being lazy, I have felt a little bit of encouragement from that group that did the Stargate speedrun. What was it, 22 days? I still haven't seen any gameplay about it. But again, we talked about it yesterday, and it was, it's kind of surreal that people were able to do that. But I'm also not the kind of person that feels discouraged, especially knowing that this playthrough has been going on for a while. Quite the opposite. I feel like, wait, that's pretty cool. I want to join. We're gonna get Stargate. It's gonna take a while, yes, but I feel like we're snowballing somewhat. I believe that's done. Okay, let me get this going. Copy. Well, let me double check here if this is okay. Too uncertain. You're telling me. How dare you? Oh, that means we're gonna have to do the uncertain whatever thing like 4 times over, right? Isn't there there's something we can craft now. The uncertainty resolution. How annoying is it? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Not now, at least. That's atrocious. If I check the quests, it's a little bit ahead of where we're at. Yeah, first we have to get to UIV energy hatches to make pico circuits, UMV circuits, and then we make fuel generators, and that gives us all the fun stuff. But we are approaching Dyson Swarm. Maybe I'll look into this. That might be a good idea, actually. Yeah, I'll look into that. But first is getting more supercomputers, and then getting the UAV capacitor is going to be really good. Yeah, I'm just going to start off with 4 computers. And other kind of advice that we got was, I mean, you can't, I guess you don't have enough bio mainframes. No, I guess not. Other good bits of advice we got yesterday was the whole idea of daisy chaining them. I'm not too sure how that's going to look, but I think it really is like you just connect the output of this one to the input of this one, output of this one, and so on. It looks like we can connect it over here though on the side. And then this is the one that connects to like everywhere else. And if we need more computation, we just extend it and we continue the train like that. I think that's how it works. Oh, hang on, here we go. I gotta get my focus on. Gotta do this puzzle. I don't think I will ever understand what to do here. Oh, am I gonna get it instantly? No. This food talk is making you hungry. Honestly, not same. I just ate a lot of pizza, and you know how it is when I eat pizza? My voice gets a little dry. It gets hard for me to talk. And you would think that I've learned by now to not eat pizza before streams, but I don't learn. And speaking of not learning, I don't understand this. Oh. Okay, easy. I say easy, but I don't understand it.
Sounds like you need some water.
I do, actually. Thank you. All right, all right. How the heck? For anyone that's watching this and not understanding what I'm doing, don't worry, because I don't understand it either. Anybody who says they understand it, I don't believe them. Come on, come on, come on. I'll go one more. No? There's a secret to it, I know. See, this is why I don't want to do more than 4, because I'm gonna have to do this like this that many times. If you don't know what I'm trying to do, the green, red and green circles, you have to move the little colored shapes corresponding to these buttons, and then once they all turn green, that means it's certain. Okay, I just finished it. So there's a pattern to it, but like honestly, I don't understand the pattern, so I just randomly click until it works. And I got one more time to do this. Oh, this one's almost done. Yeah, right, I just broke it. Oh, you can move them across anywhere. Oh, I thought it was only adjacent spots. Okay. Just keep clicking until it works. I think I was close and I messed it up. Oh, I got the middle one. I think this is supposed to be over there. What a way to start the episode, right? Come on, I can do it. I can do it. It's this one, isn't it? No? It has something to do with the different shades of color. Like you're supposed to put them in like specific orders. But I don't really understand it, so what if I do this? No? And also like the the focus I have to do to this is not helping my eyes. I don't know if you can see it, but my eyes are not. Oh. Okay, easy. Okay, never mind. It's okay. It's okay. No need to complain. I already did it. Yeah, that's too much focus. There's a reason why I don't like playing games for more than 2 hours, because my focus gets like this. I don't even know if you can see my eyes. I'm aware of the glare. Don't worry. I just don't have the budget to fix that for now. But yeah, next time I get a job though, I will be actually taking advantage of like health insurance for like especially my eyes. It's about time I get a new pair of glasses. It's been a while, and seeing if I can get them something to do with like less glare, because I hear that that's what people do. So I'm gonna give this a 64 amp and dynamo hatch. And there's this buck converter thing that someone told me about a couple weeks ago. I don't really know what it does. Like if there's a way for me to get, let's just make one. Yeah, let's just make one, see what it does. Because I hear it's a really good way to step down. You can't step up though, but you can step down. And that's all I really need. I just want to give it a try. Just watch this thing blow up as soon as I give it power. So the idea here is that I'm gonna have a 64 amp dynamo hatch, right? And I guess I'll put it right here. And I can either have like 2 transformers sticking out of this to power the energy hatch, or learn about this buck converter. So where do you give the power? I'm assuming that's the input. Okay, so I can tell this. Oh, I don't know what that is. So if I were to give this like okay. Wait, can I not give it a number? Looks like I can, but how do I set it to 0? Break it. So what I want to do is like give it UV power. Close to finishing Nama Factory, we'll start GTNH after. Yo. Oh, I broke it. I don't know what I'm doing. And I can't learn this right now. We're just doing the double transformer method. I never played Nama Factory. So I'm looking for that one. For review. And then something a step down from UEV 16 amps. And that would be this one. Gregtech, but not as brain damage. I've never heard it explained that way. That's funny though. Throughput, input UHV, output UV 64 amps. Yeah, we'll do that. And not as brain damaging as GTNH. That's a funny description, actually. 4 amps of UEV. That, yeah. Oops. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and connect it. Hopefully, hope and pray nothing actually explodes. Gonna need a couple of more infinity wires. I did play Omni Factory. There's so many variants of it, so I don't even know which one's the real one. Because you have Omni Factory and then Nama Factory and then Mana Factory, the modern one. And then you got Nama Factory CEU edition and whatever, and it just kind of it became its own thing, a whole thing. No explosions. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Nice. So if I check you, if I turn it on, what are you talking about? Oh, because the active transformer is not powered. Okay, don't scare me like that. I feel like GTNH has such a big impact on the modding community because I haven't really heard too much about Gregtech as a mod until GTNH showed up. Or I mean, it's been around forever. Actually, it's been around for like 9 years, I think. But what I mean is like it picked up in popularity. Probably like 2 years. That's the main reason why I started playing it was because it got so popular. And now I can't free myself from it. 24,000 computation. Okay, that's actually pretty good. How much is the one we have over here? How much is this one making? 21,000. Okay, so this one's a little better, but again, we have 4 of them, so pretty big bonus.
Greg here. May I have a second order of TR La Hypergen with a spoon of Naquar de gas and dimensionally shifted superfluid creme brulee on the side? Thank you.
Should really open up a coffee or tea restaurant. Extreme. It should be like GT&H theme. People would flood to it. I know I would. You need a French press in there also, at least one. The only nice thing I would say about this cold weather is that my water is just naturally cold. I don't have to put ice. But you showed up right in time. I have four quantum computers. So this also brings me to the next point. When you say daisy chain, that means I put like an output here and then an input here. Obviously not on the energy hatch. I kind of need that. Like output here, and then output here, input here. That's what you mean, right? And then this is the output, and I connect that to everything else. Okay. All right, let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna need a couple of these guys though. And a couple of these guys. So can I also connect them on a space elevator? Is that how it works? They should upgrade the texture of all these modules because I can't tell which is which. But you never need that many space elevator mining modules. Yeah. But I'm curious, mostly that you totally could, right? Yeah, reception and I guess to that end you can have a. Yeah, okay, yeah, yes you can. All right. Got you. So I would put transmission right here. And then reception right here. Then transmission right there. Reception. Transmission. Reception. And then this is the one that connects to literally everyone else. Transmission like that. Can you even accept connections right there? I'm assuming you can. You can copy the circuits / cooling to all QCs as long as you're not. What does that mean? They already have the circuits in there. So you're saying that I can't copy paste once it got started up? Or what? You say, oh, like something's gonna explode. What did I do wrong? Uh-oh. Why do I have 61,000 of you? Oh, it's for that. Okay. Of course. Did I not place it? Oh, I guess not. color it? I guess blue. It changes the MBT or something, so matter manipulator doesn't copy when it's heated. Oh. Okay. I mean, I copy pasted while it was off anyways, so it worked out. But that's good to know. Okay, I see it. So that's a lot of computation per second. Actually, it's like 4 times as much as what I had before. Well, literally 4 times. It's 4 computers. So computation. Did you overclock and overvolt? Uh, can't. I mean, I have 64 amps of power. Do I have to give it 2 energy hatches, or what? That's 64 amps of energy. Was I supposed to give it a different energy hatch? On the wiki, it has numbers for both. It doesn't consume more than 64 UV. So hang on, I have to look at the wiki then. It's funny because every time I open up the wiki, you can see the flashbang on my screen on my face. That kind of tells me I need to improve my lighting, right, in my streaming space. Heat is proportional to heat constant times overclock times overvolt squared. Whatever that means. In English, what does this mean? Oh wait, overvolt as in there's like buttons in here, right? Oh, this is what you mean. So I have to change each number to that. So I pause it, obviously, because I won't be able to while the thing is running. Well, I'm just curious here. How much does this consume, like power wise? It uses 25 amps of UV or ZPM. Actually, it's not a lot. That's nothing actually. I'd use less, like 1.89, 1. I like nice round numbers, so I'm gonna do 1.8 and 1.5. How about that? So I have to change this overclock ratio to whatever it tells me to. I'm using bio. Personally burn 3 of these so-called super. Okay. 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 Oh, okay. So each one can give like 53,000 then. Okay. It looks like you already gave me the right number, so I'm gonna copy what you said. Don't go editing it and blowing up my computers. So this is overclock ratio. That is what? I'm gonna say 1.8. Oh, I didn't even understand. I didn't realize that that was a thing. So I would say 1.89. I'm just gonna do those numbers. 1.58. If it works for you, it'll probably work for me. Does it work if I paste it? Yes, it does. Okay. No, too late. I totally have like 100 of them in storage also. Well, not 100, but I know what you're talking about. All right. I will remember that for next time. So when you say it burns, does that mean it just burns? The computer rack, it doesn't cause explosions. I should probably check. Yeah, you're trunk loaded. You're fine. So if I check computation now. Oh, wow. 52,000. 200,000 computation per second. Okay. No explosion. That's all I really care about. Okay. Sounds good. So you're telling me that this one that's doing me 21,000 is cringe because I did not set the voltage or overclock ratio. So I actually have a lot more computation than I realized. Okay. And I'll go ahead and put the supercomputer, like, can I cram it right here? I would love to fit it right here. Let me see. And then give it a thick laser hatch. Yeah, get over here. Mark copy. Am I just gonna copy? Yeah. Yeah, I'll just copy. I don't remember that I copied the floor as well. Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, you totally fit there. Oh, I probably should have done a move. Yeah, I'm gonna do a move. It's not like I'm actively researching something anyways. Let's mark, set mode, move, mark, cut. Let's do it. And mark, paste. Right here. Cannot place blocks due to crash. Excuse me. No idea. Don't worry about it. All right, as long as it's there, and now that I think about it, it might be a more efficient. I think I don't know if that's the right word. More efficient to actually bring the optical fiber up front and making this the last one. This way, if I add any more computers, I don't have to move this transmission connector. Yeah, we'll do that. So let me reconfigure everything here. Pause everything, please. Okay. So future-proof it. I'm gonna put one of the receptions right here. Basically right here, I'm gonna need another reception. Oh man, there's too many of you. Why do y'all literally look the same? This one. And then the transmission connector is like this. So it's going to be facing the other way. And we bring all of the computation over here. And this one is the one that connects to everyone else. Yeah. So we can connect. That's the wrong type of pipe. Looking for optical fiber. Right there. Right there. There we go. Okay. And we turn everything back on. Okay. So I should see the 208,000 right over here. Nice. Okay. Okay, go ahead and clean this up. Set up the research computer back over here because I would like to have it going. Yeah, sure. Qubit. So another thing is actually putting power into this. I know you gave me a number last time, but what's the best kind of target hatch I should give it? I think there's a number here somewhere. It looks like whatever that number is, 144 billion. And Gallifreyan part. There's two L's there. And 144 billion. Yeah, okay, whatever 144 billion is, which is UEV target hatch. Yeah, it's one of the UEV ones. 65K? I think you told me about this. Actually, yeah, we'll do 65K. Circuit 5. Although it's not the worst in computation, that's probably Stargate components. Alright, so we'll stick with this one. It's not going to eat all of my power in one go, right? Because that would be really unfortunate. No, actually, no. The research station clearly says how much power it consumes. So, no. It's not going to eat all 500 billion. That would suck. And then UEV 65 source. Need that one. That's also circuit 5. So, not you. Target hatch goes there. And then I will feed you with a big laser source hatch. And it's actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if that's a good idea. How much buffer does it have? I don't want to eat all my buffer. Now we should be fine, right? I'm taking too long to check, but 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's fine. That's not too big of our buffer. I'm gonna need a couple mirrors and the vacuum pipe. Go ahead and bring it out here. Not you. That's a mirror.
Since everyone is giving orders here, I'll take Greek coffee without sugar and a glass of water.
Coffee is like the complete opposite of hydration check, or like actually getting hydrated, but you're gonna make me make a coffee in the middle of the night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was actually getting a little focused here, and you got me back to reality. I appreciate that. Okay, so we'll say this is energy. We can also connect here and have another mirror right there. Computer case. Actually, can't you just go straight up? Or does it only accept the power back here? I'm pretty sure it only accepts the power from the from that spot. Let me see here. Hello, Allie. Yeah, it's only in the back. Okay. So that works out. Purple. Yes, you're purple now. And you have no choice but to be purple. And then connect you, and you. And there we go. Double check, we have a source hatch, 65K, into a target hatch. 65K as well, yes. Now you, optical reception connector. I think I will connect you. What's a good way to do this? Do I just connect it and then have an like a cable out from there? Because if I add another transmission connector, it splits the computation, right? We don't want that. Isn't that how it works? Because I remember that being kind of an issue on our old setup. So if I check here, yeah, we have 3 different ones and it splits, which is also kind of the reason why we had issues. You don't need more than half a quantum computer for full space elevator mining modules. Okay. But I guess back to my question, it is, that's how it works, right? It gets split. Okay. Single dedicated QC for space elevator. Yeah. Okay. True. Is that all really the only thing we need quantum computers for is just doing stuff like this? Okay. Let's go back to this then. I'll set it up right now. For Dyson Sphere as well. Okay. They take 100K computation. How much do I have again? I'm fine. But then again, you don't want to like do stuff and then you research and then it breaks all of your entire setup. You don't want that happening. I need more optical fiber cables. This one is covered and I don't want to deal with it. Okay. So I'm gonna bring you over here. That's the wrong cable. Gonna look like spaghetti back here. I think what I'm going to end up doing is actually building a 5th computer. And having the 5th one only for the space elevator, right? And I can like shove it somewhere right over there or something. And then I can keep these 4 for the research station, and whenever I upgrade to Dyson Swarm, have another system. That way I just don't have to deal with splitting. Oops, nope. Cover on top. Okay, got you. You already have the cover. Right there. Think its energy would work. Color this blue. Right there. Okay, so now this man has a lot of computation. Also a research computer, research station. Put it right there. Always talking about food, where did that come from? You also need a maintenance. You already have a maintenance hatch, never mind. Okay, so does that mean I can actually, like, how fast would this study? Okay, that's very fast. I think in our old setup, it would have taken forever to do the same thing. All right, so we have the research for the UEV capacitor. I would like to be able to craft it for overnight, but we'll plan for that after I do some other work. Her spaghetti. Oh yeah, I was referring to this spaghetti we have here. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna want to add another copy, another research computer, just for, or another quantum computer just for the space elevator. And it's going to be a duplicate here. Now, I know you said that it's going to have issues if I copy something that's already running. So I'm going to do it anyways. How did I copy you again? From the bottom right. Got you. So I'm going to put it over here in the corner right here. Or should I put it here to match with all the others so that it looks cool? And it actually fits. Yeah, I'll do that. So this one's going to go right over here. And this one is going to be dedicated for the space elevator. And the only thing in a space elevator that uses computation is mining modules, right? And even then, you probably don't need that many mining modules. Oh, I have to plan for it. Plan manual. Okay. You're not gonna have trouble, right? Because you're getting blocked somehow. No. Okay. We want to make sure that these up front are free. The computer heat vents. These guys are okay. Okay. Cool. What do you mean incomplete structure? Did I mess up something? Probably. Does it need like a maintenance hatch? No, I don't think so, right? Why does it say not complete structure? Space elevator mobile motor. You have an energy hatch. It's probably because this structure isn't completed. So if I come back to this though. Okay. So double checking that everything is correct. You have all of the necessary circuits and cooling things. And I believe you even copied the overclock setting here. Yes, you did. And now, oh man. Everyone's favorite GTNH activity, clicking randomly until it works. I know there's a trick to it, but I don't know if I understand it. And we're pretty close to not needing to worry about it anyways, because another close step, I got it. No idea why. But I'm aware we're getting close to the uncertainty resolution thing. Yeah, we'll get there. Don't power that yet. So this is going to be powered with ultimate power transformer, 64 amps of UV. And because you're the only one being powered, I'm just going to give it 64 amp energy hatch. A dynamo hatch, I mean. There you go, I already have one. Okay, then connect you. Double check 64 amps of energy, EUV. And this is 64 amps dynamo. UV as well. Green. And there we go. And computation color, I'll change it to like purple so that it looks different. That's pretty much it. That's going to be confusing. You're going to be green. And I guess I'll call that purple because it's all... Now keep it like that. You're going to be green. Let's do yellow so that there's a distinction. Even though it doesn't matter. And then wherever I need computation, we just throw that in there. Okay. So I want to get at least this one set up. So I know I'm going to need like a crafting buffer and an output bus. Right there. And then if I want to connect to everything else, we'll go ahead and just set up a wireless connector here. I'm not going to use a bus because I fully intend on all channels being used over here. And I'm starting to realize that the buses can be they're a little laggy. These guys, the hubs, not the buses. I gotta take off my glasses. I can't see the message. And they work fine, but I've noticed whenever you break a connector that's connected to a hub, it lags the game something fierce. And I have video evidence of that happening. This does not need to be a transmission connector. I can put the transmission connector over there actually. And a computer casing. That's not how you spell computer correctly, please. Thank you. I'm running out of space in my inventory here. It's the eggs. I got too many eggs. Okay. So I will turn this on. Hopefully it works. And if I check you, we should have 52,000 computation. That's so much more computation than we ever need. I can't put this back either. Get the eggs out of here. So why isn't this working? Am I missing something? You have the right motors. It says it's completed also. Do you have the cable? I mean, you're right there. It's just one, right? I'm trying to get the space elevator to form, but it's not forming, and I don't know why. It's got an energy hatch down here. I'm pretty sure I can put it down there. Yeah, I can. Is it set to... You do have the outer ring. It's tier 3, but let me try this thing. Okay. I'm not sure. Pretty sure it's built, right? It looks built. Are you built? What do you mean incomplete structure? What does the space assembler need? I'm so confused. You have the motor Mark III. Outputs and inputs. For the space assembler, I don't think the elevator itself needed anything. You have output and input already. I'm going to call this space ass. What else would the space assembler need? Input, output, input hatchway. It has that already. This one needs energy hatch and modules. Don't tell me I have to fill up the modules before it actually works. Doesn't look like it. Space elevator Mark III. I know I crafted 88 of these. And it did tell me a multi-block completed. Motor Mark III. Let me try something here. It's missing a block here. Oh, you're still missing blocks. Then why does it say multi-block completed, you liar? Liar, okay. Thought I had everything. Probably those. And then I guess I'll craft a couple more of you. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it looks like pieces are missing. Okay, anyways, so I'm gonna set this up. Let's put how do I say it? Too far. I want you right here. Queuing mode, connect you. And then binding mode, connect it to you. And then dense fluix right here. Right there. Easy. Place 22 blocks. It placed some blocks. I don't even know what. Yeah, it's all of this. It was this group. But it's completed now. Turn on. Oh, yeah. All right. We have our second space elevator out of probably many. Now equipped with the space ass machine Mark II, which means get the patterns out of the old guy. Yeah, this one. Pretty soon, this space elevator is going to get decommissioned because he's kind of cringe, to be honest. Like, look at this. Ew. This is before I knew daisy chaining was a thing. Doesn't even get the correct computation, and like, ew. Now we got to fix that. But don't disassemble it because it has a lot of pumps on it that I really need. But I will disassemble this guy. Okay. So there's one of the recipes that I really want to fix, and that's like all the optical stuff. But also because the space this one does 16 parallels, I can even multiply the recipes to do that. I'm not too sure about this one costing hypogen though. I don't think I wanted to. No, I'm not going to do that. That much hypogen for 16 modules, not worth it. So you should go back to the ass line. I'm going to put you right over here. All this other stuff, because I can multiply it by 16, whatever the recipe is. So I'll do the recipe and then like that. Energy orb clusters totally can be made there. This one. So how atrocious is it to get UIV superconductor? And should I invest in that? Oh, I don't think I want to. No, it's gonna cost too much transcendent metal. I'm not gonna do that yet until I can craft that faster. Yeah, so it's not worth. Not now, at least. What about optically perfected? This one uses attuned to tango. This one probably is okay. I'm gonna do this recipe. I think it's probably fine. Hello. We're chilling. We're just setting up the space assembler Mark II this time. We just got our second space elevator upgraded version and spamming quantum computers. You know what? I really like how that looks. It looks like an actual town. I'm actually building something. But we know it's just nerd stuff. All right. Proof of crafting. I just want to see the optically perfected CPU actually work. Ordering drinks from Lake's local cafe. Yeah, everyone's ordering, making me drink water too. Honestly, kind of funny. Molten attuned tangum. Go ahead and do that. That is screw. Superconductor base. Find draconium wire. But supposed to be making it right here. Wire milk 3. And screw. Okay. I just want to see how fast this takes to craft. I have to... Oh, that's not a thing? Oh, okay. I guess I can't make it with the fluid. No? Okay, sure. Oh, what I can do is polarize it. It's really impressive that they made AE2 efficient enough to handle all of this, right? Totally agree. Purified tangum. Can I get this? Yes, I can get that. I'd rather do that. Let me craft the optically perfected CPU now. Thank you. Just want to see how fast this is. Forming press. That should be okay. How you doing, by the way, Roxal? Let me drink some water, actually. Speaking of cafe, right? Did that freeze or something? Oh, okay. No, it crafted pretty quick, actually. All right, sweet. That's a start upgrading our space assemblers. So another thing that I've been dreading to do. So another kind of thing we have is a space elevator, Mark III. But the thing is, like, how the heck do I... Like, I can set it up, like, just fine. The setup itself is okay, but it's the processing of it. So I kind of want to hear ideas from everybody. What can I do about this? Because right now, I got a storage bus here that, you know, pulls everything, and it just, it's only allowed to store into here all the ores. But I'm pretty sure once I set up the Mark III, we're going to have trouble fitting all the ores. You just dump everything in mainnet. Okay. It has been over 2 years. So December 23rd, I think, was the start. So this is going into mainnet, and then it goes to ore dictionary filter, but... So if you're dumping it into mainnet, how do you tell it, hey, only process this certain kind of ore? Or do you have like a some kind of draw? I don't know. I have to look into bulk storage. Storage bus or dictionary. Okay, that's what I'm doing. So black cable corresponds to mainnet anywhere in the base. So I have a storage bus that goes into this subnet. So I think we have the same idea. But my question is, another question I have, how do you deal with bulk storage after the processing? Because infinity chests, I don't think they're going to keep up. Because we already have 3 of them full. And one of the biggest culprits is something like coal. I have 1,000 transcendent metal dust for whatever reason. Digital singularities, okay. I remember you telling me about this. They can be done. And don't generate what you don't need was my motto until I had enough storage. Yeah, because I kind of just want to just generate nonstop. Because it's going to happen where I'm like, oh, I don't need this, and then I need it, and I have trouble. And I think I want to step away from a subnet. So a lot of my bulk storage, so this is all my fluid storage stuff, right? It's kind of just existing out here, and I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe I do want to go into fluid storage. Like, I know I can do this. It's a little expensive, but it's possible. Maybe that's just the route we go, right? Is that what people do? Like, they just have, like, they don't even think about storage. They just keep making singularities, and that's it. If they have trouble storing something, just make a singularity until everything has a spot. But that's like a ton of items, though. I mean, we'll come back to that. It's going to be thinking. I think I'm going to have to think about it a little bit off camera. What am I going to do for late game storage? Because this is not going to cover us for the rest of the pack. I don't think so. I highly doubt it. So I'm not going to put the mining module yet, but we'll think about it. Yeah, we're going to have to think about it. Digital singularity seem pretty good once you get black hole compressor, so that's another option too. This one lets you make the eternal singularities, right? Yeah. Because otherwise you have to make them this way, the cringe method. For Eye of Harmony, you'll be crafting hundreds of thousands of digital singularities. Okay. I think I'm probably gonna just stick with infinity chests for now, because for a while we've been okay with multiple, but I'm gonna think about it. We'll see what the path is like. I think right now what I want to do is actually research the second tier of pump. So the whole reason why I wanted to upgrade the research computer in the first place was because we actually could not do the research for the pumping module. But I'm pretty sure we should be able to do it now, because the minimum computation is 2048 per second, and no, for Mark II, 8192. And we were splitting up the computation like a bozo, not correctly, but now I've learned to daisy chain them. So we totally have capability to research this now. It's actually pretty quick too. So that'll be the space pumping module. And what I'm probably going to do, how expensive is this? Oh, it's space time. Might as well just make recipes for all this. I still have eyes on decommissioning the original elevator. But for me to do that, I do need to get the mining module in and like a couple of pumps. I can condense these 4 into 1 Mark II pump. So I would just make 2 Mark II pumps for start. My resource income is so bad, but somehow I'm not being punished. 12 Mark IIs. Well, that's why. I only have like 10, no, not even 10 void miners and only 2 Mark IIs. So I think you're okay. I think it's time for me to also set up a crafting input buffer for gears, something I haven't, like, I've never done. Gotta span those VM3s by the hundreds. Is that what people just do instead of that's also what I was considering. Like, what if I just not do space assembler and just do void miners in the deep dark? Is that also an option? mold gear. Did you ask for a piano jam session? Okay. I need to have an alert, like an audible alert, because I won't notice it. Because I'm also like dual streaming on YouTube now, so I have a different interface on my OBS, so I don't see the alerts as well. But I'll do that right now. Thank you, Ali. It is the best option. Is it really? All right, don't convince me. I'm gonna keep spamming void miners everywhere. What was I doing? Fluid solidifier, yes. All right, thanks. Yeah, I'll take care of it. Don't worry. Fluid shaper mold gear. Put that there. Space mining is less than spam deep dark void miners. I didn't know that, because the deep dark gives you access to everything, right? I'm honestly gonna want to do that too. So maybe I don't even need to set up the space elevator. I can just wait until deep dark. Hundreds of VM, so space elevator it is. I don't know why I read that as Mike Dyson. What are you talking about? Sorry. Mike Dyson. I sincerely read that from your message. For ass. Put that right there. I just want to check if I can make it, but I'm not going to try to make it. I would like to do two. Oh, that's funny. Fluid solidifier. Yeah, sure. I'm out of rods? How dare you? He's hours away from that. Wait, are you actually there? Yo. Speaking of already there, I should commit to the piano then. Let me check that. I have to turn it on. Just give me a second. Then nothing. That's it. No more games ever. Great cable. Put that there. And I need to have a mold rod. Need a casting form. There we go. Every time someone says twist, I immediately picture the off-brand Sprite that HEB has. If you're not from Texas, you wouldn't know HEB. HEB is like this fancy, or it's a very much a very loved supermarket chain in Texas. And their off-brand Sprite flavor is called Twist. And every time someone says Twist, I think of that. Am I being right? It might be something else entirely. Twist soda. Yeah, it is HEB brand. It's actually pretty good stuff. So that's just what I picture whenever someone says Twists. I think of lemon lime soda. Okay, so let's go ahead and play some piano. I'm gonna turn off the camera for a little bit because I don't have a camera on the piano just yet. Speaking of which, I'm gonna plan for the end, sometime in the end of the week, for that piano stream. So I'll be playing Minecraft piano, or vanilla Minecraft using the piano as a controller. I'll try to plan that sometime towards the end of the week, but I'll think about it some more. So for a while, I have been playing like the bass piano sound, right? But this is a digital piano, which means I can change the sounds. And one of my favorite ones is option 4, ambient piano. I really like this one. So I'm gonna play a little something. I was messing around with it a little bit like a couple days ago. I'm gonna try to make an improv or a song out of it. We'll see how it goes. But here it goes. Yo, I'm slowly building a song out of it. Just a little, like a 3. I don't really know the actual term behind it, but let me go back to the actual setup here. But I think it's called modes or something like this. I'm not really into music theory. The most music education I have is like literally high school. That's it. High school band. But there's a lot of music theory that especially my brother knows. So actually, me and my brother are slowly but surely working on some collabs. All of my brothers actually, we have some ideas. So keep an eye out though, because pretty soon he's working on a song. He's gonna release it soon, and it's actually based on this meme, this emote that I took in New Mexico. So a little bit of a backstory behind that. We visited New Mexico in the wintertime, burning sleep, and so anyone who's new in the audience, you're gonna get the full story behind this. I already spoiled it. So we went to this national park in New Mexico called White Sands, and it's such a beautiful place, right? Because you go there and it's literally just white sand, and that's not very common at all in the world, especially this huge deposit. And so I looked it up, like, why is it white sand? What's made out of? What is this made out of? You Google it. It's our favorite ore, gypsum. It's a whole desert made out of gypsum. So, me being me, I was like, yo, this is my home. I'm back on GTNH again. So what do? I throw myself on the ground. and I plank, hands back on the ground in the sand, and I tell everybody take a picture of me. And that's where that emote shows up. And so when we went back home, I asked my brother, like, hey, this would look really cool as an album cover, wouldn't it? And he was like, hell yeah. So we started working on a song that same night. He says it's almost done. Just keep an eye out though. Got some funny things about that, but he is really good at the music theory stuff. So I'll probably try asking him some questions. Like maybe I can, show him what I just did, and then like ask him like, hey, what is this? What kind of chords is this? Things like that. Okay, we can totally craft 2 space pumps, but that's a big craft. I'll wait for that off camera. What else can we do while we're just hanging out here? Okay. I guess what I'm gonna do, we should just commit to the space elevator. Oh, you know what I can do? The mining drones. I don't really have like a good, what do you call it? By the way, thanks for your good wishes thing. I appreciate that. But I don't have like a good mining drone setup. I'm actually behind. I don't think I even have the research for the Mark 10. So that's probably something we can do. Just get the crafting going. We're way past due for space elevator upgrades. So there's the pink one. I think that's the only one we have. Yeah, we're up to the pink guy. So give me another pink guy. And speaking of that, how much Ledox and Callisto ice do we have? Okay, we're back up because I don't know if you remember, I tried to craft another one of these drones, and then it was like, oh, you don't have any Callisto ice or Ledox ore. And I kind of got nervous because that's super coolant. So I fixed the space elevator to actually mine it for us, and we're back. So I guess what I'll do is set up the mining module, and then just slap it on and see how strong it is. And I'll see what I have to do to upgrade my ore muncher setups. So I do have 3 more of them. This is not called ore muncher. Sorry, that's just what I call it. It's the ore factors. We have 4 of them just on standby. I just call them ore munchers, and I've been calling them ore munchers forever. Oh, that's kind of funny though. Crafting 4. Are you being crafted in the bulk assembler or not? I'm not too sure. It's fine. Okay. So another thing I want to do here is the math. How many coils would I need to wash air one of them? Because what I'm probably going to try to aim for is building 1 DTPF per episode. And they're going to get progressively cheaper because they're going to share with each other. It's mostly these coils that are the main expense. So if I share a DTPF, it's going to borrow what? All of this, right? All of these coils, like these 3 rows, technically 4. They can wash air on all sides except below. Does that mean you can totally flip this around and do an octuple, right? That'd be so funny. So I want to do the math of how many hydrogen coils I'm going to need because they're going to be hyper expensive. These are the most expensive parts of it. So, and I might as well just commit to the full. So I wanted to do this much times 2, basically. I just want to copy this part, in other words. So I think what I can do is, actually, each one is are you? Okay, so this is 26 blocks each. So what is that? Kind of hard to count, honestly. Oh, never mind. Is there an easy way to count this? I'm going to have to turn off the deep TPF for a little bit. There is an easy way to count this. Watch this. You would just level maintain all blocks needed for DTPF and craft a reasonable batch to get 2,000 or something. All right. I'm going to try to do the math because I'm going to be a little picky about this. So what I can do is pause the DTPF for a little bit and copy from all here. All of these guys. I'm only going to copy one side and then try to produce that same amount. But then again, this won't be able to copy. Only up to here. I'm just going to craft 2,000. I'll just craft 2,000. We're going to need them anyways. So how much hypogen does that need, though? That's my main concern. I mean, we can craft it, but it's such a thick craft. Select the part you know is wall shirt. Yeah, I'm trying to plan it out here. Is actually, I think the washer happens right here, halfway. It's right here. No, just this, I think. Because it doesn't really work if I washer this, I don't think. Unless I can steal away from those blocks. It's a little tricky here. I think I'm still gonna need like 2,000 coils either way. Let me just see what it's gonna cost. 2.5 million again. So this is gonna take a while. I'm trying to picture it in my head. Oh, you know what I can do? I have a controller. Let's plan it with a controller. So this one is 1, 2, 3 blocks up. Not quite. So bring it out. How many more blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 to start. Right there. You save 792 coils. Okay. Let me see here. It's getting a little tricky to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put the last one there. Not quite. I think I need to move it 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blocks this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be like that, right? No? Can't tell if I'm like off. Hang on. I think I'm 1 block off or so. I really can't tell. Yeah, that's what it is, right? Either way, I'll come back to it. I think I still just want to make 2,000 coils and then we'll just call it a day. Because again, I'm gonna need the coils. Because it's like 2,000, but I intend to make like 3 of them anyways. 3 of them in total. So if you say I save 792 coils, so I can say craft me like 1400, right? I'm going to say 1500. Maybe we'll do that. Let's continue with the researching stuff here. By the way, I have a question for anybody watching. Is the music too loud? It's not. It's just not something I really thought about until now. But whenever I started doing the multi-stream on YouTube, YouTube is weird because it actually plays the audio in the VOD. So I listened back on it. I was like, wait, the music's kind of loud. So I tried reducing it. It's a lot quieter than it was yesterday. But I don't know if it's like too loud. It's fine. I'm probably going to listen back to the VOD anyways and take a listen. But it's only going to be like a benchmark because for YouTube, I do not want the VOD to have music because that's asking for a copyright strike. So I have to disable that for the next time. All right, let's continue with the mining drones because I'm very much behind on these dudes. Bulk ass line. Put that right there. So let me craft one of you. At this point, I'm just expanding on... Oh, next tier is already annoying, so that's as far as we're going to go for now. That's as far as I'm going to go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the mining module. But I'm going to put it with... I guess we'll put it back here. Yeah, I'll just put it over here, actually. No, I kind of want all the mining modules together so that it's a little cleaner. Hang on, so I don't have access to all of the rings, right? Or all of the modules. It's only up to how many? It's up to 15, right? Okay, so I'm going to put them back here. Mostly so it's a little closer to the quantum computer. Just a little bit closer. Yeah, okay. Boom. Mining module. So this guy is going to need a input bus. It can just be a simple one. I'll give it a UOV. We'll also need a reception connector for the computation. Optical reception. And a stocking fluid hatch. Stocking hatch, and then something for output. So how am I going to decorate this as neat as possible? Can't do it there. I'll put the stocking input hatch right here and the output bus right here. And then a spot for the computation, which will probably be... I can put it right here. Because you were not going to go over there, right? Yeah. Put it right here. Okay. And reception connector, optical fibers, cable, select U. Okay, yeah, it's gonna look a little cursed. Okay, I have an idea. You go right there. Oh, you're not going to like it there because of the connections. In that case, you can go out a little further down. Right there's fine. Doesn't really matter. Right there. Okay. Where's my spray can? Oh, my spray can. Where'd you go? It's right there. Why are you there? Don't scare me like that. Okay, so yellow kind of makes my eyes bleed, so I'm gonna we'll do a poopy brown because I always associate mining with poopy brown for whatever reason. It's because it's the color of rocks. That's the only reason. Okay, you're connected. You're connected. Yep. And then we would daisy chain if needed. Receiving 52,000. Yup. Okay, so that's good to go. And then mining drone is not ready. You're waiting on this. I feel like this is taking a while to craft. I think I just need to increase the crafting size of these guys. Yeah. Yeah, we ain't broke. Do full stacks at a time. Put you there and there. Right there. Should be a lot faster now. Oh, you're crafting UIV circuits. Yeah, should be a lot faster. Okay. And then, yeah, I have to patch that up even though there's no need to because it's going to bother me. Right here. And then paint. There we go. Okay. So is it reasonable for me to do like a full sweep for space elevators? Obviously, like delete some of this stuff, but can I do a full sweep so that I can just pick up everything that this has to offer? Get out of here, cheese ore. Like, what's some stuff we're not gonna use? I need all of that though. Like, all of this stuff I'm pretty sure is like extremely useful. But not cheese ore, like who cares? Get out of here. Bedrockium, neutronium would be great. Dilithium is awesome. Tangum is pretty good actually. Oh, you can just straight up get the... Oh, I didn't realize that. This is just Platline already. Oh, wow. Can also get 0-point modules for whatever reason. How do you recycle it? Okay, sure. Probably going to be blacklisting. It's a blacklisting cheese ore, right? Because no one cares about the cheese ore. What I do care about, though, is drinking water. Let me drink water. Thirsty. Okay. Oh, this guy's almost done. Nope. At what point should I be crafting technetium plasma, by the way? I think it's only if I have a good source of selenium, right? Which I don't really have that. Unless I set up like a dedicated spot for me a site. But I need to go to like some dimension that actually has this, the Everglades. Because I don't think I can pick this up anywhere else. No, I'm not gonna worry about it. There you go. This guy's gonna craft. How slow or how fast are you? Oh, it'll finish. It'll finish pretty soon. There you go. Okay. So one of the things I want to see actually is how strong this is. Plus this should be a ULV input bus. No, wait, that's the space assembler. I'm looking at the other one, sorry. Looking at this one, I already had it there. Okay, this one. Put the mining drone there. And technically it's ready to go, and maybe I have to like set up the stuff here, right? But what's a good value that I can give this guy to mine a dumb amount of resources? So if I look at distance, 60. $60 would work for a whole bunch of different things. It would not work for cheese ore, but I don't care. So I have to go up from 60 to go up to 70 at least to get the rest of this. $70 is pretty good, but I think some of these things do need to have 60. Or like, for example, this one. You need some 40s for graphite, and I mean, the other thing I can also have is just have multiple miners, right? So for example, with space, with this mining drone, if I have 70, I can get almost everything except for Callisto Ice. This one, which I do need. So I think I'm gonna have it step between like between 60 and 70. I'll do 50 and 80 in steps of 10, you know. So I'm gonna have a distance of what's between that is 65, right? And then do steps of 15 actually. Range of 15. Steps of 5. Is that reasonable enough? I don't actually know. Yeah, because it should go from. So I have the range set to not save. Oh, it didn't save. So I want the range to be at 65. And then we have step of 5, range 15. So it goes to 65 plus 15, which is 80, and minus 15, which is 50. I'll have to press enter, I guess. Yeah. And then set this to range mode or cycle mode. And you're also going to need, well, first of all, you need some kind of plasma to actually run. Oh, okay. Dense fluix. Bring that over here. Right there. Then tell this to pick up radon plasma. Hello? Is it not working? You have the right modules and everything, the right computer. Is the space elevator itself even powered on? No. Oh, yes, it is. Trying to think if there's anything else I needed for this. Is it the whitelist that broke? Max parallels, overdrive 1, 15.5. It has the radon plasma. Did I need something else? It is going through the steps, but it's not picking up anything. The mining drone is in an input bus right here. Input bus, input hatch, optical connector, input bus. You got everything. Is that radon gas or radon plasma? That's radon plasma, as you have the correct one. Take it out, put it back. Okay. In a regular input bus, neither linked nor stocking bus. Runs at UEV with up to 8 parallels. Needs at least Mark III motor. That's what I have. Okay, take care, Soda. Thanks for joining. Stream's gonna wrap up soon, anyways. Appreciate it. Doesn't use an energy hatch, instead receives energy directly from. No, that's already done. Let me go see what I have in the other space elevator. I feel like I'm missing a little something. You have an output bus. Oh, yeah. I forgot it needs items. That's right. So what kind of items does this need? Hang on. This one needs neutronium rods and tips. So you're able to craft them, right? Yeah. You're only crafting one at a time. That's cringe. Don't do that. I'm gonna take out the recipes and fix them. Make me entire stacks at a time, sir. And also you in the fluid solidifier for its less steps. I'll just do it like this. Okay. Only because we already have the extruder set up like that. So rod, put it right, not there. It's fluid shaper mold. Rod. Okay. And then set up a level maintainer to keep those level maintained. So put that you and you. Did I already have them level maintained actually? Have tungsten steel and aquadialloy, but not neutronium. Okay. So I'm gonna keep 1024. It's just a random number. And you know what? Try to craft the entire 1024 in one batch. And there we go. And then connect it to my cables. That's going to look a little ugly, but I'll put it right over here actually. Great cable. There you go. And you're going to need the neutronium stuff. There you go. Look at that. It crafted all fast already. All right, there it is. All right, now we're probably going to get very much an inappropriate amount of resources. Probably going to be getting everything I ever need. So I'm going to leave these on, but I think what I want to do is plan ahead for a couple other of these dudes. So it's probably a good time to wrap up for the episode. We're at the 2-hour mark. So let's prepare for next time. And that is, I'm still trying to decommission the other space elevator. So I need to get 2 pumping module Mark IIs. Get those going. I will need another space miner Mark III. And I think that's it to decommission this elevator. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, because you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumps, 6 pumps. That's enough for 2 Mark IIs. And then the 2 miners right there. That's all you have. So that'll decommission that one. And then let's get ready for the most annoying part of this, which is hypogen. So I think I'm just going to craft as many as reasonably possible. But chances are I won't need that many. Oh yeah, I'm going to need more crafting storage. I forget about that. Let me cancel you. Try again. What was I crafting? That was the pump. Well, let me craft this actually. There, that's a thick craft. And then we'll get the... Was it the pumps? It was the pumps, yes, 2 of them. Come on. Oh, my buffers. Thank you, thank you. And then what else do I need? The other casings for this. So I would like to make you, and you. So 120 dimensional bridges. You're always going to be missing T set E. That's because I crafted instantly. Oh, you can't craft that. Okay. This sounds like something I'll craft off camera, or like whenever I wake up in the morning, because it's going to take a while either way. The hypogen coils is absolutely a bottleneck though. And then these guys, I'll do 1200. You're missing what? What was that fluid? Molten rhenium, what? I may have to get into flocculation, not flocculation, the what do you call it? The one that no one likes to do, molten rhenium. What is this even used for? Can I get around it? It's for a rhenium ingot, but like, why? It's for loranium, and I don't think I can get around that. Okay. So I think for rhenium, since I don't want to deal with crushed ore, I think I have to make it through the flotation cell. I think I'll set this up off camera though, because it's a little little tedious, right? But this is also just kind of annoying as well. Can I get this out of like rot? Or yes, I can, but I'll take a look at this, see if we can get rhenium a better way. But maybe I can also craft these guys. 21. 21. Yeah, okay, we're gonna need rhenium. So I'll just craft as much as I can right now. My poor base is going to get absolutely flooded with resources or crafting. And that's kind of the general trend I'm going to go for the next couple of episodes. Just craft as much of a DTPF as possible so that we get hypogen faster, because hypogen is absolutely a bottleneck. I can even check here. We're only able to produce 6 million per day. So in theory, the big coils needs only 2.5 million, a batch of 2,000. So we should be able to finish by tomorrow, absolutely. Assuming my base doesn't run out of power, which I think it's okay, because we have a big buffer now. Okay, so I believe this is a good time to wrap it up for today. Let's go ahead and raid someone. As always, I really appreciate everybody's time and support. And thanks for the piano requests also. It gives me a pretty good excuse to learn how to play it, get more comfortable with it, especially like playing live. I really like that. Let's say hello to... Let's say hello to Drifter. It's Meatball Craft, not quite GTNH, but I'm also a Meatball Craft enjoyer. It looks like he's farming withers, so I'm down. Okay. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully my base doesn't shut down. I don't think it will, though. And hopefully that we make good progress on the DTPS stuff. But for now, have a good night. Take care. Thank you. And bye-bye.